Let's watch this replay. Let's watch this replay. Achoo! Achoo! Schizophrenia. Schizophrenia. Alright. Let's watch this replay. See if we can learn a thing or two about how bad I am. Also, see if we can figure out how to work this replay system. Let's see, interface, all, score. Do we want to see the scoreboard the whole time? No, I can channel it. Is there some way you could go back and see gold? I thought maybe you could. Alright, so to start the game, I go into this little bush here. This is where you probably should go to start every time in the top lane. Just because it gives you vision of if they try to come down in here to maybe do some type of cheese strat. And as you're coming up through here, a lot of times you can kind of get vision here to see if they're trying to get from this bush, maybe go for an in-blade, steal your blue or something. Basically, it just gives you early vision of the river, just to make sure they don't do any type of cheesy stuff. That's where most of the top laners go, as a minion spawn. I'm going against an Illaoi, who is a lane bully and is super annoying. Basically, I'm just going to try to take some of her ass and get as much farm as I can. I have my E, but it doesn't really block her abilities, so until she wants to try to maybe go for autos and something on me. She steps up a little too far into my mini wave, so I know if I can get her to attack me, she'll take minion aggro. She doesn't, so we just kind of trade a little bit. I'm still trying to farm and just make sure she has to choose whether she wants to hit me with her Q, a little like ranged ability, whether she wants to hit it on the minions or on me. So I'm trying to make her pick that. So she goes in a trade for me again. I pop my E so she can't auto attack me. I get the stun off. I get a W off. Once again, I have a better trade than she does. She's running the refillable, whereas I'm running corrupting pot. So I'm going to have more sustain than her in the early. She's going to have more damage though. Once again, still trying to just trade evenly. I'm ahead on CS right now. Now, as you can see, it's at the almost 3-minute mark, and this is usually where I'd go to place a ward, but I actually haven't warded yet. And because I haven't warded yet, Udyr comes for a very early gank, so I'm going to back that up a little bit. So I take this out. As you can see, Udyr's here. She tries to trade for me, so I pop my E because I want to go trade for her, but I see Udyr coming. And I tried to turn and get the stun off on Udyr so I could walk by him, but I didn't get the stun off on him in time, so I had to end up flashing out. So this is where I have to make a choice. So good junglers, whenever you try to gank them and you get a valuable resource, like maybe you get an ultimate cooldown, or maybe you get like a summoner. So for instance, I just burned my flash. Which means my flash is down for 5 minutes. So what a good jungler will typically do, especially when the wave is still pushed up into this neutral position, is a good jungler basically is just going to circle back around here and do a repeat gank, because he knows I don't have my flash up anymore. So basically I'm a free kill. So I have a choice to make. I either, one, stay in lane, try to stay safe and maybe get some experience and miss out on a lot of farm, because Illaoi is able to just kind of bully me here. Or I go ahead and back now, even though I don't really have... I wish I knew how to show the gold. Even though I don't really have enough gold at this point in time to, like, buy anything. I just kind of be backing for nothing. This is also why it's important to try to get a ward before the 3-minute mark, which is, you can see I did not do. And it's going to end up costing me my life. So I back off a little bit, give Udyr time to maybe think that I'm backing, maybe go back to Claire's camps or something. And so I step up, I do ward, I step up to start farming again. The main reason that I choose to step up and start farming again is because Illaoi's almost out of mana. So I think if she tries to go in on me, that so I think if she tries to go in on me, I will be able to trade evenly with her. As you can see by the minimap, Udyr does not go in for a repeat gank on me, which he probably should have done. Like I said, the wave was in a neutral position. Kha'Zix here does an absolutely terrible job of getting a gank off. This is not warded at all, and yeah, it's bad. Kha'Zix isn't a great ganker to start with, and he just kind of half-heartedly went in for that. Nice to see us. Illaoi backs. I think she's still in a bush up here, so I still try to play it relatively safe. And I didn't actually know that she backed. So when I see her TP in, I go in for this trade here, which I probably shouldn't have done. No, it wasn't that trade. I think it's this next trade. Yeah, I stick around. Ask me why I stick around. I don't exactly know why. Because basically, once she hits that on me, I go in to try to hopefully get a stop on her and basically give her a free kill. It's a terrible play by me. Luckily though, I'm down 11 CS because I was getting zoned out because I didn't back at the right time by Udyr. And now I am down a kill against a lane bully, which sucks. So start of the game isn't going super great. As you can see, in this particular instance, I am not actually attacking the wave a whole lot. Because I want to try to freeze it here and maybe set up a push. Once again, my warding token is on cooldown, and I do not have a ward up. Udyr is topside. We know this now. At the time, I did not. This is why control wards are so important, and I didn't get one. She goes in a trade for me. I pop E, QW to get the stun onto her and some free damage. Once again, I don't have a ward up, so I don't see Udyr coming in here. This is one of those other things where maybe he didn't get a good repeat gank in, but I understand Udyr is under leveled against me, so I can trade successfully against Udyr, and I think I get so close to getting this Illaoi. But I just can't. Unfortunately, my cooldowns didn't get the best of me. So I want to back it up just a little bit. Basically, to whenever I see... So, I just got a great trade against Illaoi. I see Udyr coming. I turn on the Udyr. Udyr is under-leveled. He doesn't have his ultimate. So I'm a lot stronger than he is, so I can delete him. So I'm at least getting one of them on the gank. If I focus Illaoi there, there's a good chance that Udyr is able to just sit there and do damage on me, and maybe I don't get a kill, maybe they're able to double team me, because she can stay alive longer than he can, so the longer she stays alive, the longer it's a 2v1, and I don't want that. So I kill Udyr, and as you can see, I get really close to getting Illaoi. But I'm sitting at 1-2 now against a 2-0 Illaoi, and I am 8 CS down. And the wave is not in a great position for Alawi. It's in a pretty good position for me because it's going to clear this wave. By the time I get there, I'm going to be able to farm it pretty safely. It's going to be sitting here back to the lane. Also, just kind of a side note, I have got the Bilgewater Cutlass, which is going to give me a ton of sustain in lane for trading against Alawi and stuff, which is going to be a lot better than her because she still has a refillable. I have the Cutlass, which gives me that lifesteal, and the Corrupting Pot. So I'm going to be able to sustain a lot through like trades and stuff against her, even though she has a lot of damage. I had a fairly bad trade right here. Actually was pretty bad. I didn't get my E stun off, which stunk, and I think I maybe canceled an auto attack or two a couple of times, and I sat there and let her get some of her tentacle damage off on me, which sucked a lot. But luckily, once again, the wave is in a pretty good position for me. I didn't dodge that tentacle slam right there, which was dumb. This is something that is dumb. Hold on, I'm gonna pause this right here. I want to kind of show you something. So I'm sitting here. Alawi is pushed up, right? She is like, if you pretend there's like a line right here from the corner of this wall to here, like if the top laner is in front of that at all, like gank city. That's what you want to do. She does have this warded, which means she can see it coming, but like by the time Kha'Zix gets here, you know, he's got a pretty good leap in and stuff. Like, I can also attack her with my stun, with his damage. Like, we should be able to delete her. But you'll see kind of what happens here. If he comes, he's already started attacking the Scuttle. If he gets his Gromp, I think is what he took. Or actually, he didn't take either of them. It says they're both still up here. So he must have he took Wolves and went straight for Scuttle. If he takes Wolves and comes straight up here, she's having to sacrifice this CS or try to take this CS and leave herself in gank position. But instead, he takes the Scuttle Crab. And in doing that, watch what happens. She finishes getting the CS and basically is able to back up completely out of gank position. Now, she does walk down here a little bit to try to get him, but he doesn't fully engage on this. I engage on this, and we are not really able to do anything with this. She just kind of gets some damage off on both of us and then walks away. I wasn't super happy about that. I was actually really upset, and I let the Kha'Zix know it in lane. But that's just kind of like if you're jungling and you see that happen, like that Scuttle Crab at that point in time is not as important as a 2-0 Alawi. Because that 2-0 Alawi has potential to wreck shop, like TP down to bot lane or something, and like turn a team fight. And really carry. Like she legitimately has that potential. So right here, because I don't have any vision, because I'm half health, and because I am out of corrupting pots, I am kind of forced to be zoned out of CS and experience. So as you can see, I'm now 13 CS down, which is not good. So what do? I try to stay within experience range, and then I just kind of farm safely under tower as much as I can. Use ability to try to clear this as much as I can. Alawi goes to check for blue buff. She sees that blue buff is not there. I clear that and I go to ward. And she tries to fight me. Now, as you can see right there, I dodged both of her tentacle slams, and I'm able to start trading with her. I kite her outside of her tentacle area. She tries to auto attack me. I get some damage off on her. I didn't even have to use my E there. But so that's just kind of like a trick whenever you're fighting Alawi. So I'm gonna back it up just a little bit there. So whenever I go down and trade for her, she's got 2 tentacles here. She hits me. As long as you don't get hit by those, that's literally half her damage if you don't get hit by those. And then I'm continually trying to kite her out. As you can see, she flashes back to the safety of those. But then I flash on her, and my cooldowns are just kind of shorter than hers at that moment, and I'm able to win that trade. And so I was down probably at the time about 10 CS and a kill, and I'm able to turn her goal, her bounty, into my bounty. I'm still a little bit behind in CS, and I'm gonna sacrifice that because I need to back, and I think I finish off my by the revolver. Okay, but the lane shoves, I buy the revolver, and I can come back to lane, and basically because of the shutdown gold that I got on her and the fact that I'm only 6 CS behind, this is basically, I wish we could see how much gold is earned. This is basically an even lane now. Not only is it an even lane, but we're at a position now where I can begin to scale a little bit better than she can. And I kind of just start taking over the game from this point on. Our Kha'Zix does really well too, so I didn't just like hard carry this game, but I don't think I died for the rest of the game, and I was just able to start taking really good trades, and I think I actually maybe pick up a double kill later on. I don't. Yeah, it looks like I got a double, a triple in there too. Just farming under tower. Lowy's missing. Lowy's sitting in mid lane. I go to ward this. If the top laner is gonna roam, so in this instance, I'll just kind of pause this for a second. If she's gonna roam all the way down here, number one, she just wasted a ton of time, right? She did absolutely nothing. She came down here just to spawn a tentacle. She puts no vision up whatsoever. I'm able to get a control ward off here. I'm able to continue farming and CSing, and in turn pushing the wave. If she does happen to try to go to mid, or if she does happen to try to go into basically any other lane, I have my TP up, which means I'm able to counter that without ever actually like leaving the lane. She has TP up too, which means if she wasn't coming down here to put a ward or anything, like she might as well just stay in this lane and get this farm and experience and try to keep up with me. Like she has TP up. If she needs to rotate somewhere, she can use that. So. She's got a ward in her bush here. I still got my control ward.
Turret plate will fall soon.
Oh, this is a great play. I see basically I'll back it up just a little bit. This is also kind of like where map awareness comes into play, and this helps me like snowball. So for instance, there was a big team fight that just happened down here. I'll back it up just a little bit. This huge team fight happens. Kha'Zix gets a kill. Their support's still here. The other team got 2 kills. I know that my lane is going to be pushing, right? So I'm not going to be able to really CS effectively here. So I see, because we have lots of vision here, I see Miss Fortune coming up here. I can TP this ward and basically get a free kill right here because of map awareness, vision in the bot lane, and the fact that my lane is in a great position for me to leave it. Like I said, I get a kill. And off of that kill, once again, because Alawi, who should be right now hard shoving this lane, I just TP'd bot. She should be hard shoving. She's coming down in here. She is effectively doing absolutely nothing but wasting time. We get a dragon off of this. She does not force us to do anything. If she hard shoves us and puts pressure on this tower, like there's a potential where we lose this